Batra Daf, Ayin Dalet Amud Aleph, 28 lines down, continuing with the stories. Amarli, the Arab told the rabbi, I'll show you where heaven and earth connect. And it was like the windows of earth and heaven were next to each other. He took a bread basket and put it by the window of heaven. After he prayed, he looked for the basket and he couldn't find it. Amina, they asked the Arab, there people who steal stuff here. Amarle told me, no, the world is turning and it took it with it. Come back tomorrow at the same time and the cycle will turn over and you'll find it then. Yochanan Mishta'ir, Yochanan tells the story. Zimna Hada Havaka Azinan Bisfinta, one time I was going on a boat, Vahazinan Hahu Kavra, and I saw a fish, the Afkeda Reshemi Mama, it stuck its head out of the water, Vidamyan Enav Kitres Sehare, and the eyes were like two moons. Menafut Mayam Etartese Zimme Kitre Mavre de Surah, and water came out of its nostrils like two rivers of Surah. I've stopped from Mishnah, another story. Zimna Hada Avaka Azinan Besita when I was traveling on a boat, Vahazina Hahu Kavra was a fish, the Afkeda Reshemi took its head out of the water, Vahavid Lekana and had horns. On the horns it was engraved the following: Anna Birya Kalash Bayam, I'm a small creature of the water. And I'm 300 parsot long, massive. And I'm now gonna be the food of the Leviathan fish, the big fish Hashem created. We're gonna talk about it. Rashi says, this fish that we're talking about, the one that's stuck with the horns, is the goat version of the water. According to Rav Ashi, there's the thing, animals of the land have a corresponding animal in the ocean, and therefore this was the goat version. Because it looks for food and it has horns. Water. I saw a chest that had stones and pearls on the chest. There was a fish called karsha were surrounding it and guarding it. Nahit Bara Morale, they sent a diver down to bring it. Viragash, but the fish saw him. And wanted to cut off his leg. He threw some vinegar at it, and the fish swam away. But because he's trying to go towards the chest, a voice came out from Shemaim and said, what are you doing touching the treasure chest of Rabbi Hanana's wife? Because that chest has techelet that will be used for Olam Haba, for the tzaddikim. Rav Yudah Hindu Mishta'ir. Yudah from Ethiopia said the following story. Zimna Hada Havazin was going on a boat. Vahazinahu Evan Tavan. I saw a certain precious stone that Havahadir Latanina was found by a sea monster. Nahit Bar Amora'ila Tuya. The diver wanted to bring it. Atatanina Kaba'il the boat, the monster wanted to come to destroy the ship. Ata Pishkan Sel Pascaleresha. A raven came and chopped off the monster's head. So much blood came out of the monster that the water changed into blood. Another monster came, and took the stone that was there and put it on the dead monster, and it came back alive. Miracle. It wanted to come swallow the ship again. The bird came and cut off its head again. Again, the diver this time took the stone, and took it onto the boat. On the boat, they had some salted birds, obviously already dead from a while ago. They put the stone on top of it, and Shaklua, they came alive, and they took the stone and flew off with it. The two rabbis were traveling in a boat. Yeshua was sleeping. Yeshua was awake. Yeshua started trembling out of fear. Rabbi Elazar woke up from it. Amar said to him, Yeshua, why are you so scared? Amar said, I saw a very big light. Amar said, Shema Einav Shli V'Tan we saw the eyes of the Leviathan. The Pasuk says, Einav Ke'apafeh Shahar, the eyes are like dawn. Amar Vashe, Mar Li Huna Barnatan, Zimna Hadaba Azina Badra, we're traveling in the desert, Vahave Atma, this time we had a piece of meat of a leg of an animal. Petahna V'Naknina, we had to cut off the forbidden fats and the the nerve that we're not allowed to have. And we put it on spices ready to cook. While we're getting wood, halam atma, the meat grew back onto the animal leg. And we roasted it while it was whole. Then when we came back later, the Batra for 12 months, we saw that the coals were still on fire from last year. He acted like made an and I told him, remember the story. Amalai, he told me how isva the samtara, these the herb that you had was samtere, which helps things grow back. And hanu gumbre de ritma hava. And these coals were the coals of rosem, which stays on fire for a long time. Famous story, famous concept. Vivra Elohim et Tatanim Magdalim. Hashem created sea monsters. Hachatargim over here in Babel, they explain the sea monster Arzila Diyama, the Re'emim of the ocean. Right, we had Re'emim of the land, then we had Re'emim of ocean giant creatures. No, the Leviathan Nahash Briyah. This is referring to the Leviathan, the straight sea snake. The Leviathan Nahash Aklaton, and also the Leviathan, the curved sea snake. Shneimar Bayom Hahu Yifkot Hashem B'Habo HaKasha. Whatever Hashem created, he created male and female. Even the Leviathan, the straight snake, and the Leviathan, the curved snake, sea snakes. Hashem created both male and female. They were to have children together. The whole world would get destroyed because they're too big. What did he do? He sterilized the male so it can't have kids. And killed the female. And he salted it to preserve the meat for the righteous people in the Olam Haba. Next, the behemoth, also referring to these mystical, massive creatures. They are the size of 1,000 hills. Created male and female. They were to mate together and have kids. The world is destroyed. See, this is Zahar. He sterilized the male, but he cooled the female. He made it not able to want to have kids. And he also preserved it for the next world. For the tzaddikim. This is referring to the male. The ono and the power is referring to the female one. So the Gemara says, how come by the Leviathan, Hashem should have just sterilized the male and cooled the female? Why did he kill the female? Dagim pritze, no. Fish, the answer is because fish have a higher chance of still having kids, even if they're not supposed to. Hashem should have killed the male and salted the female, and killed the male, salted the male, and sterilized the female. Gemara says no. Either you'll say that salted meat of the female is better, and that's why you wanted the female for next world. But the answer to the pasuk says, the pasuk says Hashem created the Leviathan as entertainment for it. Hashem plays with it. But if it was a female fish, the concept doesn't sound right. That's inappropriate. So the Gemara says, okay, Hashem should have killed and salted the female behemoth like he did with the Leviathan. Why did Hashem keep the behemoth alive? The Gemara says, because if you killed the behemoth for the next world, the quality of salted meat isn't as good as salted fish. Therefore, Hashem wanted to keep it alive. Amr de Rav. Hashem created the world. Amar lo he told the angel of the sea, open your mouth and swallow all the water of the world so I can help the earth grow. The angel said, I have the manager already controlling my own seawater. Don't make me control the water on the earth. Hashem kicked him and killed him. The proud one, Rahav. He says that the angel's name was Rahav. And if not for the fact that the water covers it, the world would stink because of no person would be able to live because of the stink of this guy's carcass. Okay, I'll take it. Don't read it as covering the water. That covers the angel. The Jordan River comes out from the cave of Pameas. It says the river comes from Pameas. It passes through the ocean of Sivchi and the ocean of Tiberia. It goes down to the great Mediterranean Sea. It goes down further. It goes down to the town's mouth. That pasuk of the water is referring to the behemoth, not the Leviathan. Where it says no. When are the behemoth, these animals, confident that they're going to live? When the Jordan River is flowing into the Leviathan's mouth, it knows it's going to live because it's a famous concept that they're going to fight each other. And if it sees the Leviathan still drinking water, it knows that it's not about to start war. كتب دي مرة بيخنان بعد دي بده بس من كي هو أي مسدا بعرف بيخوننا إلو الشبايا مش بعرف نور there are 7 seas and 4 rivers شما كيفين در إسرائيل near Eretz إسرائيل بيدو هن شبايا من 7 oceans are as follows يا ماشا تفريا يا ماشا سدوم يا ماشا حيلات يا ماشا حلتا يا ماشا سيخي يا ما بيام أسبانيا بيام هجدو بيدو هنا بعرف نور the following are the 4 rivers يردن يرموخ بكيرمون بيجا كتر دي مرة بي أعتقد Gabriel عصد in the future الأخ Gabriel will make a hunt كان جينا المتان for the Leviathan لما بسولز بتمشوا the Leviathan بحكا وبحاول تشكيل لشنو لما أكتب برخو عذران عشان we'll have to help him إن يحله because he won't be able to capture him himself عشان يمر عاوزه يا جيش حربه كتر دي مرة بيحلان بشاش Leviathan العاب when the Leviathan's hungry موسيه هبل من بيف it sends out a stench from its mouth ومرتيح كل من موتش مثلها and it makes all the water uh, frothy in the depth of the water عشان يمر يرتيح كثير من السلاح بما لما أخينش رشود جن إيدن نفع it would stick its own head into Gan Eden and كوبري يخلو ما بدري يخلو not a creature would be able to stand able to live so Gan Eden kind of counteracts the power of that breath عشان يمر يا سيم بمركحة وش أي تشسمه أصل تعميد بيام مش نمر أحراب يا إيرد نتيب so this breath of the Zayatan literally kills people so the next time you wake up in the morning and you think your breath smells bad you got nothing in the Leviathan أمر بقى حبر يعقوب أنتهم حوزر لتنو أشب إمشنا when the Leviathan drinks water, it drinks so much because of its size, it's half the size of the planet, that the water depth goes down and won't return to its size for 70 years. عشان أمر يحشفتهم للسيفا بإن سيفا بحطها مش even the word سيفا means 70. أمر يخلان عتيدك زبر خلا عصوت سلطان التدكيم عشان will make a meal for the تدكيم ببزراج ليتان from the meat of the ليتان شنو إمار يخرو على حبرين people will eat from it لأن كرا لا سودا the word كرا من سودا شنو إمار بسوك says يخرا لهم كرا قد الله بيخلو بيشتو بين حبرين إلا تميت حميم the word حبرين is a friend تميت حميم شنو إمار يشير بجنين حبرين مكشوم لكل خشم يعني بس أما حكينا طبعا and the rest of the fish the flesh of the Leviathan fish will be sold in the market باصين باص حرة بشرية شلون شنو يحسوا بين كنعانين بين كنعانين لا تقدم من الفورد كنعانين over here means merchant شنو مار كنعان بيدو بأذن من المال على الصوت عهف بدل من البنات سمي هاخا عشان سحرة سليم بكناها كناها نا خبيته أرتس أوكي أمر بابا إخنان أعتقد جبر خلا على صوت سوكات الصديقين عشان will make السوكات for الصديقين ميعروش بيتم from the hide of the بيتم شنو مار هم تملأ بسوكات عرو Zacha, if a person is big tzaddik, osino sukkah, they make a complete sukkah with 4 walls and a roof. Lo zacha osino tzaddik, if he's not worth it, they'll just make him a roof, like a shade with the hide. Shneimar, u'b'tzil dagim mirosho. Zacha osino tzaddik, if he's able to get the shade, good. Lo zacha, but if he's not as worthy, osino tzaddik, they'll make him a small necklace. Shneimar, ba'akim legarotecha, zacha, if he had enough zechiot for the necklace, osino anat. Lo zacha, if he doesn't have enough of that, osino kamiyad, they give him a small amulet. Shneimar, protection اللي عملتها فشعار in the rest of the hide فرسلك جبر كل على حموت يرشلايم Hashem will spread over the walls of يرشلايم וזיבו מבהיק מסוף העולם לעצבו and the beauty will shine from one end of the world to the other שנאמר והלכו גויים לאורך ואחים לנוגה זרעך ושמתי כדי חור שמתאר לפסוק Hashem will make the walls out of code stone אמר בשמו ברחמני פליגי תראה מלאכי ברקיע the מחלוקת what does this code stone mean was argued between 2 angels Gabriel Michael I'm this people say it was a machloket between Trei Amorae b'Ma'arava, 2 Amoraim. وما who was that? Yehuda v'Chizkiah b'nei Rechia. So what was machloket? Halamar Shoam. Some people say that it's referring to the stones of Shoam. Halamar Yoshva. And some say it was a stone of jasper. Shoam is like onyx. Hashem said, you know what? I like both ideas. We're going to make the walls out of both. I'll make the gates of Yerushalayim out of stones. Famous story. Yochanan was saying a shi'ur. Hashem will make precious stones and pearls. 30 amot by 30 amot big. And he'll cut them out from a 10 amot by 20 amot opening. That will be the gates of Yerushalayim. What happened? A certain student made fun of him. He's like, hashtag, you can't find a small stone or pearl the size of an egg of a dove, right? A small egg of a small dove. You're going to find such a big stone piece. I mean, one time, later on, this student was setting sail. So angels, who was cutting and sawing these stones and pearls. And I said, and he saw them making the size of this 30 by 30 and wall and a 20 by 10 opening. Marlo, he told them, I know what are these doors things for? Marlo, that these are the further gates of Yerushalayim. I tell the committee, Yochanan came to Yochanan, Marlo said to him, Drosh, Rabbi, Drosh. Good. Continue teaching Rabbi, you're good. You're holding. He gave him his haskama. Kashem the Canadian, because whatever you said, I saw. Amar Yochanan had a very surprising answer. He said, Reka, you empty person. If you didn't see it for yourself, you wouldn't have believed me. Ooh, so you have to see it in order to believe it. You make fun of Hachamim. Natan and Avbo, Yochanan looked at him, and he turned into a pile of bones. Amen, amen.